Now, from the Columbia Basin, your local news source, this is iFIBER One News, presented in high definition. The #1 source for real-time local news, local sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. With your iFIBER One News team, reporting news in real time as it's happening. From the iFIBER Communications HD broadcast studio in Ephrata, Washington, this is iFIBER One News, and it starts now.
Welcome to iFIBER One News. I'm Alan Troop reporting news from around the Columbia Basin for Tuesday, December 10th. Tonight, we report on why a judge threw out a murder confession and how Ephrata is maintaining the same budget amount next year. In sports, Bob Kirkpatrick reports on what the loss to San Francisco means to the Seahawks. And our spotlight story tonight is about a Moses Lake girl who organized a pool tournament to help veterans. And we have the latest weather forecast for the Columbia Basin from the iFIBER One Weather Center. Our top story tonight, a judge threw out a murder confession because the officer told the suspect he would need to explain the crime to a judge. What the officer said could have countered the reading of the suspect's Miranda rights and his understanding that he had a right to remain silent and not testify against himself. Grant County Superior Court Judge Evan Sperline ruled a Grant County Sheriff's deputy telling murder suspect Jose Aguilar he would need to talk with the judge about the crime was incorrect. The 36-year-old Desert Air man is charged with murder in the first degree, assault in the second degree, witness intimidation, and an alien in possession of a firearm for the October 2012 murder of Carmelita Lopez Santos, a 42-year-old Yakima woman. Aguilar allegedly shot and killed the woman because she was ending a romantic relationship. Her body was found in the Buckshot Wildlife Access Area near Mattawa on October 16th. The charges remain, and the prosecutors will have to prove his guilt in court. To read more about the judge's reasoning, please visit us online at ifiber1.com/news. Landowners in the Moses Lake Irrigation and Rehabilitation District gathered in Moses Lake today to vote. 6 people are vying for 3 directors' spots this year as the board moves from 3 members to 5. Director for Position 1, Ron Covey, is running for re-election against former candidate and Moses Lake businessman David Skog. Skog ran last year against Director Ken Kernan. 2 new director positions were created this year to expand the board from 3 to 5 directors. 4 candidates, Mary Perry, Bill Bailey, Larry Tracy, and Jeff Foster, are vying for the 2 new seats. Board Secretary Sherry McFall explained the 2 candidates out of the 4 receiving the highest number of votes will win the 2 new positions. People owning land within the district are allowed to vote, and the ballots will be counted tonight and tomorrow morning. iFIBER One News will report on the results as soon as they are released. Ephrata residents won't notice any difference between city services this year and next year. City Administrator Wes Crago and Mayor Chris Jacobson both said it's harder to maintain the status quo this year as costs rise faster than revenues. The City Council approved the $12.8 billion 2014 budget, which is roughly $300,000 higher than last year. Crago said the increase is due to costs increasing, including increased payments to the MAC 911 Center, health care, and training. To cover the costs, the city will put less money into reserves than usual. Jacobson said, without the normal state funding, the city has continued to develop new efficiencies, downsized our staff, and utilized our remaining personnel in new ways. However, this strategy is not sustainable as the cost of materials has continued to rise faster than the city's growth in taxes and fees. The city is not looking at cutting any positions in 2014. It's unknown whether the city will have to pay increases for its employees since the city is negotiating with the unions. Each of the people you see here has warrants for their arrest and is wanted by various law enforcement agencies. If you see any of these people, the DOC asks that you not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but to call police. You can also call the Department of Corrections at 509-764-6180 during the day or 509-762-1160 after 5 p.m. And we will be back after these messages with the latest from our iFIBER One Weather Center, sports, and more news.
Looking for that authentic Philly flavor? Come down to Nia Carson's Cheesesteaks, Wings and Things and try our mouthwatering cheesesteak sandwiches, prepared fresh and served hot. Make sure to pair it up with our classic wings, ranging from sweet and tangy to hot and spicy. East meets West at Nia Carson's. We provide Moses Lake with that authentic Philadelphia taste. Bring the whole family. We promise to make them something they'll all enjoy. Nia Carson's Cheesesteaks, Wings and Things. Good service, great price, and something different.
Good food, cold beer, and plenty of entertainment. That's what Sporty Steakhouse is all about. Open 6 a.m. every day. We offer over 100 reasonably priced menu items with 24 different ice-cold beers on tap and a wide variety of spirits. Come in with your favorite group, watch the game on our big screen TV, shoot pool, play shuffleboard, and more. We have live music and DJs, so find us on Facebook for upcoming events. Located on East Broadway Avenue in Moses Lake. Sporty Steakhouse, where good friends meet.
Hello everybody, good to be with you. I'm Ceci Gutierrez with your local weather report from the One News Weather Center, brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. We begin with a quick look at your headlines across the area. Now there is a wintry mix in the forecast, snow in the horizon, moderating temperatures as of tomorrow, and we should expect for temperatures to be slightly above average as we head into the end of the work week. Overnight tonight, increasing cloud cover and that wintry precipitation as we head into the first part of the weekend. Quick look at what we've seen during the past 24 hours. 24 maxed out across Ephrata. The minimum temperature around the single digits, 6. And for Moses Lake, a similar scenario, max temperature 27, the minimum. The low registered at 7 and the sunset at 4:07 p.m. this afternoon. Conditions right outside your door, 25 or in the mid-20s with partly to mostly cloudy skies. The wind out of the east-southeast at around 2 miles per hour. Quick look at the conditions we've seen during the past 24 to 48 hours. Mostly cloudy skies, cloud cover increasing, but we have seen some areas of clearing skies, but overall gray skies have prevailed throughout much of the region. Now overnight tonight, a slight chance for precipitation over northwestern portions of Oregon and southwestern sections of our state, with a slight snow activity along the eastern slopes of the Cascade Mountains. Now along inland northwest, a slight chance for some snow over the area, and we should anticipate clearing skies as we head into overnight into this Wednesday. Now most unsettled weather pushing through along the border with Canada, with snow showers and heavy rainfall approaching the immediate coastline. Here's a quick look at what we can expect for this Thursday. Quite unsettled weather makes it into the area. Overall, across the higher elevations is where the snow showers expected to be confined. Partly to mostly cloudy skies along the basin. Here's a quick look for this Wednesday afternoon. Looking forward to pretty quiet conditions overall. To the northwest is where the most unsettled weather is expected. And for Yakima, across the Tri-Cities area with partly cloudy skies and these temperatures heading into little by little to more seasonable. Quick look at the basin. We should expect for temperatures to be around the 30-degree mark. And we wrap up with a quick look at the conditions expected for the next few days. This segment was brought to you by your Bud Clary Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. Good to be with you, everybody. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with sports.
There's something new and exciting happening right now at your nearest Toyota dealer. It's the arrival of the all-new 2014 Corolla, now featuring a new stylish exterior, plus a premium interior loaded with technology, including Toyota's N-Tune multimedia system with navigation. Corolla has definitely evolved. The best part is, right now you could take advantage of special introductory savings. The new 2014 Corolla, available at any of your Inland Empire Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Welcome back. I'm Bob Kirkpatrick with today's sports. The celebration of an NFC West title was put on hold for the Seahawks, and unless they get some help, the delay could be for at least another 2 weeks. Seattle's 19-17 loss to San Francisco on Sunday was the Seahawks' first setback in more than 2 months. It snapped a 7-game win streak and left Seattle still needing 2 more wins or a win and a 49er loss to clinch the division title. The loss also came with an injury cost. Outside linebacker K.J. Wright suffered a fractured bone in his foot and is scheduled to have surgery on Tuesday. The initial prognosis is that Wright will be out 4 to 6 weeks. Seahawks coach Pete Carroll says center Max Unger, who suffered a strained pectoral, will be limited in practice this week, but hopes he'll be able to play Sunday against the Giants in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Seattle Mariners general manager Zach Zarenzek is defending his involvement in the daily operation of the ball club after pointed remarks by former manager Eric Wedge. Zarenzek issued a statement on Monday, a day after a lengthy piece in the Seattle Times that highlighted issues with the Mariners front office. Wedge was quoted as saying Zarenzek, team president Chuck Armstrong, and CEO Howard Lincoln had meddled in the operation of the team. Zarenzek said everyone in the organization is focused on putting a winning product on the field. Wedge's contract ran out this season, and he announced he wouldn't return. The Mariners finished with a 71-91 record and haven't been to the playoffs since 2001. The Seattle Sounders have declined a 2014 contract option on goalkeeper Michael Gasperning, leaving the position as a major question going into next season. The 2013 season was Gasperning's second with the club. He was a finalist for Major League Soccer Goalkeeper of the Year in 2012, but by the end of the 2013 season had lost his starting job. Chris Peterson says it was simply a gut feeling that it was time to take on a new challenge by leaving Boise State for Washington. Peterson was introduced as the Huskies' new coach today at a news conference overlooking his new football home in Husky Stadium. Peterson was 92-12 in his 8 seasons at Boise, turning the Broncos into a national program with 2 Fiesta Bowl titles. They were 8-4 this season. Peterson will coach the Huskies against the BYU Cougars in the Fight Hunger Bowl December 27th. Well, that's it for sports. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, I'm Chuck DeMuerler, the new manager at Furniture West. Furniture West has been a part of the Moses Lake community for over 30 years. My team and I have expanded our inventory to meet our customers' needs. We have over 100 recliners in stock. We have a fantastic sleep center with dozens of mattress choices from the best brands in the business. Come see our great kids section with some of the most fun kids furniture you will find anywhere. We are your source for power reclining furniture. Check out our new selection today at 117 West Broadway Avenue in Moses Lake.
Bud Clary Ford Honda is proud to be an automotive leader in our area. Since opening our doors over 54 years ago, we have kept a firm commitment to our customers. We offer a wide selection of vehicles and hope to make the car buying experience as quick and hassle-free as possible. You can trust that we will get you into the car or truck of your dreams. Bud Cleary has an experienced and reliable service and parts department that is open extra hours to help fit our customers' hectic schedules. Come for a test drive today at 1200 South Pioneer Way. We are a proud supporter of Columbia Basin Athletics.
Our spotlight story tonight is about how a Moses Lake girl organized a pool tournament to help veterans. Here with the story is reporter Jeff Chu.
Courtney Burkett's senior project goal is to help provide companion dogs for as many wounded military veterans as possible. That's why the Moses Lake High School senior put on a pool tournament recently at Broadway Bar and Grill to raise money for the cause and generate awareness about the need. She got the idea from her father, a disabled American veteran who has his own dog. Now it's her senior project to help raise money for the Pets for Vets program.
I started thinking, what could I do? And then it just hit me that there's so many Wounded Warrior programs out there that nobody knows about. And being in a small town like this, you would figure that a lot of the kids and families here would actually know about them, and so many people don't. So I decided that I was going to get awareness out in my community about them.
The program Courtney supports gives shelter dogs a second life of training to help veterans who have been wounded or are dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder. Pets for Vets' goal is to help heal the physical and emotional wounds of military veterans by pairing them with a shelter dog that is specially selected to match his or her personality. In effect, the program gives the shelter dogs and wounded veterans a second chance at life. Courtney believes there is a great need for such a program in the Moses Lake area.
Actually, we have the American Legion right down the way, and then even farther down, over by Big R kind of area, there is the Eagles. And it's just, we just have a bunch of wounded warriors here and like veterans from like, Vietnam and like the Iraq War and stuff like that.
Courtney, who said she is trying to raise as much money as possible, described Pets for Vets.
They help vets by pairing them with shelter dogs that nobody wants, that nobody's interested in, and they turn them into service dogs or more companion dogs to help them make their days easier, especially with ones that have PTSD or anxiety about being in crowds and stuff. It just kind of calms their nerves to have like a caring, something that they can care about and take care of, to get their mind off their night terrors.
Her father, Brian, a disabled veteran with a shelter dog himself, and her mother, Cora, supported their daughter's efforts. Brian and Cora also participated in their daughter's pool tournament, pool tables for which were donated by Broadway Bar and Grill.
She, on her own, decided to do this Pets for Vets program. She wanted to gear it around disabled veterans. Speaking from a disabled veteran's point of view, any funds that are donated or geared towards the disabled veteran program, those that are far worse than I am, that are missing limbs, missing eyesight, it's a true godsend when they get the help.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
Great project, and we will be right back after this.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
When Othello resident Alex dreamed of earning his bachelor's degree, he followed those dreams to Whitworth and Spokane. But now there's a shortcut through Moses Lake. If you have your AA degree or 2 years of college completed, you can now earn your Whitworth degree in Moses Lake at Big Bend Community College. Classes meet just 2 evenings and 1 Saturday every 6 weeks. If you share Alex's dream to complete your degree, visit whitworth.edu/Moses Lake for details.
In Northwest news, construction on a new $4 billion tunnel under Seattle has come to an abrupt stop. Crews working on a new highway project struck something large on Friday and are still trying to figure out what it is. And as Cairo's Graham Johnson reports, they're also still trying to decide what to do about it.
1,000 feet into the dig beneath downtown Seattle, the tunnel boring machine known as Bertha is going nowhere. Late Friday, as a cross between Main and Jackson Streets, engineers noticed resistance on the drill head. Then it came to a stop.
We're being really cautious, want to make sure that we don't damage this $80 million machine.
Project spokeswoman Kadina Yurkin says the machine itself is not damaged. Experts have spent 3 days so far trying to figure out what Bertha struck in a layer of glacial till 60 feet beneath the surface. It might be a big boulder or something else. Engineers are now considering drilling vertical holes ahead of the machine to feel out what's there. Another option, backing the drill up 18 inches, then sending divers through the face of the drill into the water to look around. But there's a risk soil could cave in. Once experts figure out what Bertha struck, the next decision will be what to do about it. Can they just grind on through it?
You know, that's probably an option that's out there on the table, but we don't want to damage this machine. We still have, a long ways to go on this tunnel drive.
Another option might be to try to break up the object. Project leaders are expected to determine how to proceed in the next couple of days. Maybe it's a Sasquatch. Kennewick police believe a missing 14-year-old Elizabeth Romero or the 19-year-old man Eduardo Flores Rosales, who is suspected of abducting her, have tried to contact friends since an Amber Alert was issued last week. Sergeant Ken Latin told the Tri-City Herald, the newspaper, that someone in the Tri-Cities knows something and police just want to make sure the girl is safe. Police say the two met through Facebook. The girl was last seen Wednesday getting into his dark green Ford Escape. Both have family in Mexico, and Latin says it's possible they have crossed the border. In an effort to prevent terrorism, the TSA was put in place to screen airplane passengers for weapons. One airport security screener found the toy pistol from a cowboy sock monkey was too real to be allowed on an airplane. King TV reports a TSA agent in St. Louis discovered the tiny gun in a carry-on bag of sewing supplies belonging to a Washington State woman. Phyllis Mays says she was shocked and embarrassed when the TSA agent allegedly threatened to call the police. In the end, Mays says no one was called and she got her sewing supplies back, minus the toy gun. The Transportation Security Administration issued a statement saying TSA officers are dedicated to keeping the nation's transportation security system safe and secure for the traveling public. Under long-standing aircraft security policy and out of an abundance of caution, realistic replicas of firearms are prohibited in carry-on bags. And that's going to do it for us here at iFIBER One News. We want to thank you for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.